we will turn to our public comment. Let me just go over the guidelines. As always, the public may sign up to share public comments. That's at publiccomment@schools.utah.gov. The public may also send written public comments to the board at board@schools.utah.gov. Public comments limited to 2 minutes per person. Comment can express support or dissent for regulatory action. Individuals should not use public comment to complain about personnel issues or attack or defame an individual. Speakers making a highly detailed or complex comment should also consider providing a written outline of their words to the board. Please remember that children may hear your comments. Be thoughtful and professional. Keep your comments appropriate for a general audience, and if you have material with explicit language or content, we ask that you submit it in writing to the board at board@schools.utah.gov. So thank you, as always, for our members of the public who follow and have an interest in what we do, for joining us and sharing your thoughts. We have first up Sarah Jones, in person, I believe. I saw Sarah. Yep.
Okay, that's opposite of what you think, that red should mean stop. Sorry. Good morning, board members. I'm Dr. Sarah Jones with the Utah Education Association. Last month, the Law and Licensing Committee approved R277333, Registered Apprentice Program for Teachers, which the board will consider later today. First, I want to express our excitement in the vision of the board for seeking out a Department of Labor grant to pilot a teacher apprenticeship preparation pathway. And second, I just want to express my appreciation to staff member Malia Height for her time meeting with me to discuss this program in detail. I raised a specific concern with her about the pay related to the employed teacher mentor who will be supporting the apprentice. And she explained that the mentor pay was limited by the amount of money that the state is receiving from the Department of Labor grant. But as we talked, we agreed it would be great if teacher mentors could receive some supplemental income from the district, and a change in the language could make it clear that while the state board provides the $1,000 pay for the teacher mentor, districts could also supplement that money rather than the current language or the existing language last month that implied that really the only pay the teacher mentor could have was from the state. And third, I want to thank board member Molly Hart. So during Law and Licensing, she made an amendment to the rule that clarifies that USBE will be paying the teacher mentors who are supporting the apprentices $1,000, but which allows districts to choose to supplement that pay for the teacher mentor stipend. And I just wanted to say thank you on all accounts for the board support and for staff support, because this is exactly the kind of positive partnership we want to work on so that we have good policy outcomes, and we just look forward to continuing to engage in that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah. Tony Zaney by Zoom. We are beaming you in. Tony. Zani. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Tony. Are you with us? Do we have connection? There we go. There's Tony. You're on.
Hi there. I just want to thank the board for your support of National Board Certification, and I want to give you some information about why you should make the educator incentives budget priority this year for the legislative budget. Board certification teaches you to have the students doing the work of learning. Board certified teachers don't lecture or hand out worksheets. They teach students to think and reflect. We had a kindergarten teacher at Rose Park last year who had her students doing such complicated academic discourse and writing that other principals in our district wanted videos of that to show their first and second grade teachers. When you invest in board certification, you're investing in putting the best teacher in the classroom. You're also going to get better results at the school level, because part of earning and maintaining national board certification is that you demonstrate how you mentor and support other teachers in your school. National board certified teachers are master teachers that bring up the teachers and students throughout their school. Everybody is lifted up just by having one or two national board certified teachers taking the lead. there was a comment last month about the cost. Where's this money going to come from? Why are we spending it? Investing in having the best teacher in a classroom is worth it. The national average is only 2% of teachers earn the national board certification. Utah's at 0.006%. There's also a comment about the difference between a master's degree and national board certification. With a master's, you prove that you learned something. With national board certification, you prove that your students are doing more work, your students are doing more learning. You are proving that you are helping the students throughout your school do more learning. We're asking you to make this a budget priority, because if you want the best outcomes for students, invest in making sure they have the best teachers in the classroom. Thank you. Thank you for all your support. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony. Lexi Cunningham is here in person, I believe.
Not a deal.
Tony, I think we're still getting sound from you. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Board. Thank you for the opportunity to address you this morning. I'm Lexi Cunningham, and I'm representing the Utah School Superintendents Association. Later today, you will discuss a board legislative priority related to a statewide student information system. Currently, USSA does not have a position on this request, but we ask that you pause for a year and do more research, involve more stakeholders. We understand the need for USBE to have good, clean data. We also share the need, and we believe there is still some research and discussion that needs to occur before this request is considered. Please consider the following. First, we would request that you form a working group and task the working group with examining the data submitted by LEAs. If errors are coming from LEAs that use one specific vendor, let's collaborate with the vendor to see if changes can be made. If all LEAs are submitting data with the same mistake, let's work together to see if we can find a solution. If we understand the problem is LEAs, we can make the needed corrections. Second, let's study states using either an individual LEA or statewide SIS system and see what is working and not working in those states. Is there a common set of standards that these states are using in making implementation decisions? Are there practices and procedures that they follow to allow for the collection of good data? We might learn from what other states have discovered. Next, we would request that you hold more focus groups and listening tours to learn from LEAs about what's working and not working. If time does not allow for this, we would request that a statewide survey be administered to LEAs and find what is working for them. 3 or 4 quick questions should generate a great deal of data. Finally, we understand that this is a big ask and everybody is so busy. Our hope, fingers crossed, would be that USBE would have some one-time funds to hire someone to help with this process. We would like to study this topic with you and feel that using one-time funds to hire someone would be a great investment. Thank you. We're just asking that you reevaluate for the year before moving forward.
Thank you, Lexi. Julie Clough.
Good morning. I am Julie Clough. I'm the president-elect of Utah PTA. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm not going to say this is one of my favorite things. I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to being in public. I would rather be in the background doing work and seeing things happen. But I do appreciate this opportunity. More importantly, I appreciate the opportunity because it has allowed collaboration within the walls of this building and beyond, and I'm so appreciative of that. I'm appreciative of the time that we have been able to work with staff members in this building to further our mission. Our mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. As we have spent the summer going to all of our different parts of Utah to do training, the one thing that has stood out to me is the collaboration between our families and our parents and our schools and how impactful that has been. It reminds me of a training that we're doing. We have launched a leadership academy this year, and we are trying to offer more leadership opportunities for our PTA members. And I got the opportunity to study the Carnegie Corporation's family engagement study that they did. And I wish I could show you the picture, but think about a helix and all of the things that intertwine. And they say that there are 5 high leverage areas that when teachers and schools and families come together around those 5 things, that thing makes student achievement better. And as I've thought about that, I think about the individual parts. I think about the parents. I think about school boards. I think about the legislature. I think about teachers. I think about students. And when we all combine together in a helix, the power that we can create to help our students grow and achieve is what we're here for. And so I appreciate the collaboration, and I hope that that can continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. And Renee Pinkney.
Good morning, board members. During the last Renee Pinkney, UEA president and a Park City High School social studies teacher. During the last legislative session, UEA opposed HB 84 because it contained a new requirement that LEAs annually report all school employee email addresses to the state board. It then allows the legislature to directly email all school employees, despite the fact that educators are neither employed by the legislature nor the state of Utah. We oppose this provision because we believe it creates risk for educators. Imagine this scenario. The legislature emails school employees during the legislative session about a policy issue seeking their input. An educator responds from their school email disagreeing with the policy and engaging in partisan political speech. Might such action become a disciplinary issue for the educator, especially our early career educators that are far less experienced? We know that an educator who speaks out about a hot-button political matter such as gun control outside of the school will be protected by the First Amendment. But will sharing an opinion via a school email on a school-issued device during contract time to a legislator who disagrees with you about the same issue be protected? At your August board meeting during the discussion on the new administrative rule R277482, several board members highlighted similar concerns. Thank you for your decision to direct board staff to work with legislators to repeal this statute. UEA will also ask for the legislature to repeal this section of code, and we look forward to working together on this issue. Thank you for everything that you do for our public students and for educators. We really appreciate you. Thanks.
Thank you, Renee. Okay, does that cover it? We're all right. Thank you all. Appreciate your input.